Fear and I are paralyzed in the known, never taking risks for fear has grown. We would go with the flow, but never really grow. I knew fear ever since I was a kid. It was a childhood friend, and back then, fear would cling to me with a false hope of security. He would always keep me company, spending most nights afraid of the dark. He was always there, underneath bed sheets with night lights and fairy tales through happy endings and nightmares. But fear and I are paralyzed in the known, never taking risks for fear has grown. We would go with the flow, but never really grow. At 9, we feared the unknown, through dark forests, witches, and pool yard sharks. At 14, we feared the notion of being alone, of poisonous laughter directed at us. At 16, we feared breakups and heartbreaks, of lonely hearts and colder nights. At 19, we tried to predict the future, try to find the answer in our fingertips. Fear of the fall is calling us home. Our first thought is always failing, always worrying about the fact that tomorrow we'll be embarrassed of the fact that we always feel alone. So now we're trying to take control. We try to take the wheel back, but fear and I are paralyzed in the known, never taking risks for fear has grown. We would go with the flow, but never really grow. Until fear and I took that lunge, a leap of faith out those rusty gates and into the unknown. How we found a dwelling place, a refuge, a strong fort worth protecting. Our lion's heart is roaring. We found God in the unknown. And even though at times fear still fears, he's grown up to be mature. Here, he finds a place to be secure, found a place where he could grow, a place where a pebble can stand like a rock, where a rock can make like a mountain top. There's a place where you can place your fears and trade it in for a bit of hope. A handful of courage and the strength to move back mountains, a place where the light can shed the mask in our faces, a place where we can trace courage in the outline of fear, where we can hold on without our hands shaking. So we have found a place where we can put trust that our entire being won't just turn back into a handful of dust.